Mm. It's 3, 2, 1. Okay, once again, I welcome you in our life today, where we are going to talk about speech delay, everything you need to know, because many parents out there, they have questions, and we are going to discuss about that. What can you do if your child has got speech delay? Of course, Kunga therapy is one of the best, one of the things which I know of that can really help the child to get foundation, not give you like speech completely. You by say, my child, the Kunga therapy has helped for my child to talk everything the way I'm talking like this, but at least to give you foundation whereby if the child has got eye contact, if the child has got attention, then from there you can be able to get speech. Because when a child has concentration, he has eye contact, he can respond to name, and he has attention, that child can be able to have a speech. So those are foundations that Kunga therapy is able to give children. And many people ask about it, and I always welcome people to come and see for themselves. Safi, I've seen you. Safi Aden, I've seen you. Miss Richie, you're welcome. Wambui, I think I saw you today. I don't know if you are the one I met today, but someone I met today who came called Wambui. And so, Safi, how are you? So I welcome you all as you join. We are still talking about speech day because we've mainly emphasized on how autism relates to speech delay and how it causes children to have a speech delay, but even cerebral palsy. But for cerebral palsy, we are always direct, because instead of focusing on improving your child's speech, if he has got cerebral palsy, instead focus on how you can improve his mobility. Because for children with cerebral palsy, I can say, I'm fine, doc, just reached home safely. I'm so glad to hear that, Safi. Yeah. So for children with cerebral palsy, mainly, and of course the biggest problem, they are do you open on Saturdays? Yes, we are open. Genuine therapy is open every day, but assessment in Lavington, in Nairobi, they are done from Monday to Friday, and you can also get assessment in Mombasa, and also in Nakuru. So it's always good with genuine Kunga therapy. How can I get the book and how much? Just give us an inbox. Give us an inbox us. Or you write +254 +254 797705 Yeah, so the genuine Kunga therapy is open every day in Mombasa, in Nakuru at Freedom International School. Also in Mombasa at Nyari Healthcare Limited. I was there in Mombasa. I think some of you we met. So if you want the book, you just write that number 0797 7 again 05870. Then here in Nairobi, we are here in Lavington, Valleyfield Court, and I'm so happy for the lives we are changing. And those of you who have joined us and have started sessions, 2 sessions, 3 sessions, 5 sessions, 8 sessions, I thank God for you, because you took decisions for your children. We may be wanting to change the lives of the children, but parents are the ones who take decisions. So the fact that you took the first step, I always feel bad when I feel like there is maybe a child in a certain country, in a foreign country, say in some of the countries also outside of Africa, and I talk to a mother, stepmother, a father, a couple, and they tell you, and they tell you their situation, you really find that they really can't access your services. I always feel bad. But because let's say that child also deserve a chance. So, or this one watching from Ireland, Sherry, you are welcome, and I hope you you enjoy our life. So we will keep giving tips on things that you can do. Actually, there's someone from Ireland. I think I'm supposed to go to check about the I'm supposed to go and check about the shipping. I think I remember you say someone in Ireland who said he wants hard copy. So sometimes it's Chantal, how are you? Yeah, sometimes it's so you find you are really, because if there's one of the things I like on a daily basis is to hear a mother telling me my child was like this, but he's like this. It was like this, but now we've seen this. You can't imagine how happy I feel. Yes, I'd like a book if you can ship. Yes, I think you are the one. You are the one. I'm really going to tomorrow. I'll get back to you about the shipping charges. Even if I don't do it, I'll ask someone to go and inquire and give me information, and tap and keep sharing. We may save 1 or 2 kids when parents get information. Yeah, let me tell you, this is all about saving kids. And like we are saying, for me personally, I thank you parents who take decisions for your children, because he's not yet able to speak so that he can thank you properly for what you do for him. But trust me, some children I see and they understand. They are Uche, welcome. Safi again, yeah, Mamlena. So, Failuza Musa. There are children I received in the office today, and when you were discussing, when they were sharing me about everything about their child, and you were dealing with the child, observing and everything, it happens so that the child has even, because for him, because of the tongue, like I told you, when the signals come from the brain so that we speak, they don't just go direct to the mouth. They immediately first pass through the spine, especially the spinal cord. And from there, I'm speaking around here. Here, that's where the spinal cord. So, and from there, the nerves attached there now carry the signals, transmit the signals to the mouth, jaw, and tongue. So you find some children, the problem is stuck here. Here. There's a child I received today. He had attention in the frontal lobe. The processing was going very well in the temporal cortex, the temporal lobe. But now, still the child was not able to, like you could see the child, he has attention, his brain process very quickly, he doesn't have any problem with the processing of sound and language, but still the child could not talk. So you find in most cases, the problem is body-brain connection here. And that's what Kunga therapy is able to do for parents, addressing this body-brain connection so that the signals don't get interrupted. Oh, Safi, I like what you are saying. Mine today shake her right leg, which never stood since he was born. I'm very glad. Safi, this means a lot. And thank you, by the way. You are one of the strongest mothers I've ever seen. And the fight, the belief, the trust you have in the recovery of your, in the improvement. Yeah, every time I see you with everything you've passed through, and I have to say this because there is a parent who might get hope from hearing this. This mother, Saf, that I'm talking about here, she's a mother who has fought almost for 5 years now for her child. And she never for once even accepted to give up. Yeah, Saf, I see you, even when you smile, and I can see, but the fight you fought for your child, it really touched me. And the fact that now he was able to raise the right leg, which you couldn't do before, this is also a big thing. Because let me tell you, you need to know how to celebrate your child every simple improvement. Your child, before, you couldn't make even a noise, make even a sound. But this week he has spoke more sound. You need to celebrate that, because if you want him to even go beyond and celebrate more and make more improvement, you need to first celebrate him, even the small improvement. If your child, before, you not to have eye contact, but by encouraging eye contact, because we said our brain is not static. Our brain is dynamic. It can be stimulated, it can adapt. And how do you adapt it? By encouraging eye contact a lot, by encouraging communication. So those also act like stimulations, because they cause the brain to find that there's a problem in making attention when a child is engaged in eye contact. And what does it do? It adapts itself. It reorganizes itself. Oh, thank you so much, Safi. Thank you so much, you too. Yeah, we are going to do our best, Safi. And these are the things that when I see a parent who is really fighting for a child, and even if I say, let me do what I can, let's do what I can, so that we support this parent. My son is non-verbal, but is now starting to put phrases together. This is Shell from Ireland. Eye contact is getting, wow. Shell, well done, wow. You can share us what you've been doing, because there's a parent here who might want to know. Let me tell you, every parent, they have their own tips. Yes, I come here, I speak about tips, because this is the work I've been doing now for the last 15 years in many countries, and I've seen many children. Yes, I can know a lot of tips from the experience, from research, from all the reading I do and I've been doing for the last 15 years. But you parents, you also have your own experience, because if child is different, you have this you did with your child and you're able to get this. So share, I think you can share us what did you do to be able to get your child now to put phrases together, to get your child to get his eye contact together. There is a parent here who might want to hear that. So you can share with us. And I'm going to read it here. So like what I was saying, Safi Aden, she's the one of those mothers who, when I see her, I feel inspired. By the way, there are parents who make even more inspired, who make you sit again with your team and say, let's put even more effort. Let's even do this. Let's even. And so there are those parents who really make you go all the way. There is this parent, I met her in the morning. If she's here, she can tell us. I received her last Sunday, not this Sunday. She came from Mombasa and relocated to Nairobi. She left her job in Mombasa, which she loved. Even her home is still in Mombasa. But she came in Nairobi specifically for her child. She's been here in Nairobi for a year. My friend, when you meet that parent, that's when you really see what to be a strong person means, what to be a parent means. There are things which make you see humanity in a new way, and it really inspires you to say, okay, she did it. So she relocated from Mombasa. She came in Nairobi for her child. She's been going through different intervention. So she came last week, Sunday. One of the things which was really, which she wanted most more than anything is to see her child sleeping. Because the child couldn't sleep since from the day he was born, he could sleep only 2 hours. So the child, the nervous system was too overstimulated, was too overactive. And I remember the first, when we received the child, he couldn't even give you 2 seconds. But guess what? The following day, after the first session, the following day when they came, I remember it was on Monday. I passed at the waiting area and I saw them. We seated with the boy. The boy was seated without a phone, without nothing. I was so happy. And then I said, oh, and then it was, yeah. And then she was like, we were all thinking, is this the same boy you had yesterday? But for her, she, of course, because of what she's passed through for the last 5 years, you know, she's happy, but again, she said, let me pray, let me hope it continues to be like this. But the fact that she was able to leave her work in Mombasa and come in Nairobi for her child for a year, my friend, that teaches you something. That's heroic. That's heroic. Humble me is asking, how long does a session last? Yeah, a session normally lasts 2 hours. Yes, a session of Kunga therapy lasts 2 hours. Safia, then, thanks. Thank you. Every day is a new day. It's tough work, but you got this. Safia, let me tell you one thing. And I'm telling you this one day, I shall remind you this. There is no parent I've seen who fight for their children who end up getting nothing. There is no one. There is no parent I've seen who get nothing from going all the way for their children. I've never seen anyone. And as Kunga therapy, from the parents we've dealt with, who have even serious cases, which you can see they are very serious compared to your son, they still get results. So there is something I've always looked at, a parent who go all the way for their child. There is something that always happens. Okay, God will use us Kunga therapy, God will use someone else, God will use that center you go to, wherever you are. But trust me, sometimes it's God doing it for you. He will use people. He will use people like us, Kunga therapy, he will use centers where you go to, he will use the intervention, the food you are giving him, the thing you are giving him. But there is always something that God does for the, because I've dealt with thousands of children, and that particular pattern has always been there. You find God is rewarding a parent who has suffered, who has fought for her child. I've never seen God really not because he will use us Kunga therapy, and we'll be happy. We've done Kunga therapy, and this child, he went from this, he's like this. Now you improve this. But trust me, sometimes God is rewarding a parent who have fought. Marian, you are welcome. So there is a secret. There's also something which I'm going to tell you from from what I've seen, and maybe as a parent who is here on the platform, it might teach you something. It might teach you something. This is very different from the therapy we used to know in our hospital, my dear. Safi, I'm glad you appreciate our services, and we'll continue to do our best. And trust me, there are a lot are going to happen even more, and good things. So what's the title of your book? Is Kunga Therapy the author? I'm the author of this book. It's called Why Your Child Understands But Doesn't Speak. This book, it draws from my years of experience interacting with children with neurodevelopmental challenges in many countries, in Zimbabwe, in many countries of Africa, in Kenya, also working with families in Europe, USA, UK. So this book, it's a parent guide I wrote especially for parents who are not able to access Kunga therapy services. Also, even for Kenyan parents or East African parents who wants to know what's happening with their child. Also, some parents don't have capacity. Yeah, some parents have really wasted all the resources they had, and you find some families almost going for bankrupt because of the they are looking for therapy for their child. So for those families who have challenges accessing Kunga therapy, I wished this book could be like a simple guide for them on what they can do, on what they can start doing. Also even encourage them, also even tell them more about their child, because like last time we said, some parents also don't understand their child. I just had an assessment with a family. That's why I think we're even live for we were even late for our live today. I just received a family, and from the discussion, when you were assessing and all that, there's something I asked them, because they were saying their daughter cries a lot, and I was telling them, does he cry touching his stomach sometime? They say, yeah, actually, every time she cries, she's touching her stomach. And they even say that sometimes she sleep on the floor, sleeping on the stomach when crying. So we all know when someone has got stomach pain, yeah, we feel sorry for them because they can talk. They can tell us, Mom or my friend or my sister or my brother, I'm having a very serious stomach ache. So we feel sorry for them. But now these are children who are not able to speak. Someone is asking, Safia, then where's that place where she's been coming to? It's here in Lavington. Valleyfield Court, near Valley Arcade. When you reach Lubis petrol station, turn on your left if you are coming from town. The first gate, then the second is ours. It's called the Valleyfield Court. Then you enter there, then you see our office. But also now, people in Mombasa are accessing our services. Many parents are getting help in Mombasa. Many parents are getting help in Nakuru, especially for people in Eldoret, Kisumu, Kericho, like Pia. So that is a place where they are able to get help. So they were surprised to learn that actually most of the time, by the way, every time she cries, she's touching her stomach. So, and then, of course, some parents say, my child likes to cry. But now when you understand that actually sometimes when he's crying, it's actually severe stomach pain, then you start to feel sorry for him. Then you start to watch these videos that we do, where we talk about food which you can give your child who has gut issues. Because, like I said, gut issues, my son was the same, but he was very low on iron, on supplement, and he stopped. This is Cheryl. So, by the way, one of these food which contain minerals, especially like magnesium, zinc, iron, and all that, which you should give your child, just give them sesame, and pumpkin seeds. Very good for magnesium, iron, zinc. The reason why we always recommend food and not a supplement is because food, they are natural. Your child, even if I might recommend you things containing omega-3 fatty acids like fish and the salmons, omenas and all that, even if he doesn't have a deficiency in omega-3 fatty acids, and I recommend you that food, it will not cause him any problem, because this is natural food. This is natural food. There's no child who is going to have any problem because he ate a lot of fish, yet they contain a lot of omega-3 fatty acids, which he has no deficiency in. So it's always good to recommend food. So for food which contains these minerals, which the children need to develop their speech, there is zinc, iron, magnesium. You can get them into pumpkin seeds and sesame. And walnuts, by the way, walnuts. Now, we were talking about gut issues, how some children cry and their parents are not able to know that this is actually the reason why my child is crying. She was iron deficient, so I had to have iron supplement. He's not great at eating food. He's very picky. Wow. Now that's something else. Now, when you know that my child has got deficiency in this, then you can go and get supplement. But when you don't know, and because someone just told you, look for this supplement, look for that supplement, and you just go and you buy and you give, that one is not, you might give your child something which he doesn't have. How does session work? Like, do I have to bring my child to your center to get help? So our sessions last 2 hours, and in most cases we address this body-brain connection. The reason why for cerebral palsy, because, and actually most students with cerebral palsy, you find their brain, you find in most cases, it's sending signals, sometimes even clear signals, but you find because the whole, especially this whole part of the cerebellum, you find the signals which are getting there, which are going down, are either low or high. So some children end up, because the body fails to know how to respond to those instructions. So if the instructions are either, if it's a low muscle tone, the child still will not be able to stand or even walk. So by working on this body-brain connection, you will improve nerve flow. And if the problem is not with the cerebellum and the basal ganglia and the motor cortex, which are sending signals for the child to be able to walk, and the problem is in that connection, in the spine, where the signals have to pass through, you'll be able to address it by working on that body-brain connection. How much is the book? Don't ignore this kindly. Let me give you the number. We can be able to send you the ebook. +254 79 77 05870. One thing I know, the book is almost free. How are the charges for a session? Also, I would want you to really inbox or write us to this number +254 7977 05870. Millicent, I've seen you a lot and I welcome you again. Her Modest Kenya. What book is she talking about? She's talking about this book, Why Your Child Understands But Doesn't Speak, a simple guide to brain-body communication and what parents can do. Temitop, good evening, sir. I have Blanche, read the number again kindly. Let me read the number for you. Write +254 79 77 05 870. So if now you are going to deal with the gut, because the reason why gut matters and the reason why I keep returning on it, because gut, in most cases for children with autism, gut issues are behind attention deficit. So if your child sometimes gets constipation, sometimes he has bloating, sometimes he touches his stomach and cry, and also he's picky, in most cases, many children with autism that's a sign that his gut has got issues. Sometimes you find it's because of these trillions of bacteria we have in our gut system, which are not having enough pectins to not cause problems. The phone number again, +254 79 77 05 870. So what can you do to now improve your child's gut health? So there are these four types of fruits. There are these 4 types of fruit you are going to try, but also you are going to add physical exercises. Because physical exercises are going to improve blood supply to the brain, oxygen supply to the brain, to help regulate and coordinate well with the gut system, because they are connected and very linked like this. But also more important, physical activity is going to improve body-brain connection, because if the nervous system, if the body-brain connection is improved, even it calms down the nervous system. So when the nervous system is calmed down, that allows the nerve flow to pass well. So even these nerves from, let's say like sympathetic nerves that connect to our gut organs from thoracic 6 around there to 12. Yes, how do you improve the child's gut? Yes, that's what I'm speaking about. So even these nerves, now they get, the nerve flow passes well, work well. So it becomes easier for the brain to coordinate with the nervous system and the gut. Now, that bloating, that constipation, that stomach pain, now start reducing and eventually go. And children start eating everything. So one of the things you are going to do to help your child is to do physical exercises. Physical exercises are not only good for his gut, but they are also good to awaken different parts of his brain, like cerebellum. Because like for children with Down syndrome, they are born when especially the cerebellum part is very small compared to normal kids, and it's all because of this double copy, no, triple copy of the chromosome 21. So this cerebellum now, because it's small and all that, so it fails to coordinate movement. That's why I find some children with Down syndrome, they also have low muscle tone issues and are not able to move properly because their muscles, they don't have that ladiness. So, but when you get your child for physical exercises and you get more oxygen supply to the brain, that one awaken some part of the brain like cerebellum, temporal lobe, frontal lobe. Someone is saying which kind of physical activities and exercises. We've talked about how you can, like jumping, learning games, football, like ball playing. One of the things Kunga therapy is really able to do is to help improve body-brain connection, the Kunga therapy itself, the therapy itself that we do, and also improve attention, concentration, eye contact. But if you can't access Kunga therapy, why don't you get your child for those sport activities? Because they are going to help. And also they are going to help gut. Another thing you are going to do if your child has got gut issues, you're going to get him a lot of water as much as possible. And also keep routines in the meal time. If it's 12, let it be 12. If it's 7 p.m., let it be 7 p.m. Let him eat on time. So physical activities, more water intake, and consistent meal intake. You have to keep routine. If he has to eat at 7 for breakfast, it has to be at 7. So you have to be consistent, and it has to be done routine. Genuine Kunga Therapy Kenya, thank you. So these are the things you are going to do to improve your gut, to improve the gut of your child, to improve the gut system. So, and when it gets better, you're going to get attention, you're going to get sleep with your child. And attention and sleep, they are going to get you to a reduction of hyper. And a reduction of hyper, that's when now your child is going even to start learning how to communicate. So now to improve the gut, you need to give your child these 4 types of fruit. You need to give your child avocado because of their healthy fats, which the gut needs. You're going to give your child papayas, very good. You're going to give your child apples because they are pectins. These trillions of bacteria we have in our gut system, they feed on them. And these bacteria, they actually some of them actually are the ones that helps us with digestion. So if they are not fed, they will not help with digestion, and your child will get a lot of constipation. Then you're also going to give your child bananas because of their fibers. Genuine Therapy Kenya location, Modesty Kenya, asking. So we are in Lavington, Valleyfield Court. Here on Gitanga Road, Lavington Valleyfield Court, like near, we'll pass through Rubis. When you reach Rubis near Valley Arcade, you blanch. So we're on the second gate. We are also in Mombasa, at Nyari Healthcare Limited, and we're also in Nakuru for people in Kericho, Laikipia, Eldoret, Kisumu. You are getting the same services like you would get here in Nairobi. But for people in Nairobi and surrounding, people in Thika, people in Kiambu, people in around Nairobi. So we are here in Lavington. That's why you get the I did EG tests and the hearing assessment ako sawa, but haongea. It's very normal to do this and your child is hearing but is not able to talk. So that shows you that maybe the problem is not with hearing, the problem is with attention deficit. And this book tells you how you can deal with that. So if you are not in Kenya, this book is for you. But if you are in Kenya, you can just come here at Kunga Therapy in Lavington so that we help you. How do I feed them to my son who doesn't chew? Constipation is too much. Maureen, if you are in Kenya, just come at Lavington. Then, because at least Kunga Therapy, if you want to improve your child, the gut of your child to improve, but now you can't improve his gut health because he doesn't want to eat the food which I'm recommending here. That's when you involve physical activities, water, and consistent meal intake, and you do it routinely. But now, if he has a problem now of having that appetite to allow you to eat those, that's what Kunga Therapy does for you, because it addresses the nervous system, it calms the nervous system, it improves the nerve flow. So now, he gets appetite, the constipation reduce, his gut health improve, and it also helps the brain. Her Modest Kenya, how can I get that book? Since you're in Kenya, you can get hard copy. It's here. You can also get soft copy. We send it to people on a daily basis on WhatsApp. It's not complicated. It's not complicated. What type of breakfast should we give them? Yeah, for children with autism, if it's just simple. If your child is nonverbal, you can start by giving your child like 2 eggs and 1 avocado in the morning and some salads. But make sure those salads and these 2 eggs and 1 avocado in the morning, make sure he gets it, and make sure he gets also like 2 glasses of water in the morning. Then during daytime, that's when now you can mix in these papayas, apples. You give him some pumpkin seeds, because here you are not just addressing even the speech delay, you are also addressing the underlying issues which might be in there, which are causing speech delay or causing attention deficit and sleep, like these gut issues. Then at 4, you can give your child 3 to 4 bananas. My friend, even if he wants to eat, then let him eat. I had an appointment today with a parent. They shared with me that the child eats a lot of bananas and he likes to eat them around 2, 3, 4. But I explained him the reason why. I explained the reason why he eats those much bananas. This is the reason. At 3, 4, 5, in most cases as the day goes on, many children is speech delay, many children is autism, mental challenges. That's when the neurological energy even goes down. So even the little they have, you find he has used it the whole day by sustaining eye contact, by dealing with people, by doing everything he had to do. So these bananas are able to provide instant energy supply. Then you find your child, why does he always want to eat bananas at 2, at 3, at 4? That's why if there is one thing we need to work on a lot, is to make sure that we are educating. We are telling parents, this is how it is supposed to be, and this is how we should do it. Because I had a case where we were talking with a certain mother. She shared with me how she's been fighting with her child. Her child is trying to eat a lot of to eat bananas, but she's fearing that if the child eats bananas, he's going to increase a lot of sugar in his system. Yet he really needs sugars, because those sugars, you can't survive without energy, of course. So I told her, actually don't stop him again. If you want to eat bananas, let him eat them, because they provide, it's a source of energy for the child. So if there is one thing you can do, please don't refuse your children to eat bananas thinking that they are going to increase sugar, because this is natural sugar. And especially because of the hyperactivity and all that, you find the nervous system is overactive, the child is going hyper most of the time and not sustaining eye contact, because his neurological energy is very low. But now giving your child eggs in the morning, that one is going to provide your child with a constant energy supply, which he needs. So you find some children with hyper, they also like eggs. You know, there is a way God created our body in such a way that sometimes we crave for things which we have a deficiency in. So don't refuse your child to eat eggs and bananas, because they are going to help him. So these are the things you are going to do. Give your child avocados if you want to improve his gut. Give him avocados. Give him papayas. Give him apples. Give him bananas. That one is going to work on his gut. But if he doesn't want to eat these, get him for physical activities, water intake, and consistent meal intake routinely. Do it if it's 7 a.m., do it 7 a.m. every day. If he has to eat at 12, make it 12 every day.
10 minutes.
My son is 1 year and 9 months, and all what he says is mama, baba, and he call ball, buff, point. Yeah, some children, that's also one of the things that many parents don't understand. Some children with some nonverbal children, you find the signals that controls the mouth, for them at least are not, the signals that come from the cerebellum to the mouth so that the mouth can move so that the child can speak, you find they are okay. They are not weak. But then you find that the signal that reaches the tongue, they are weak. So you find the child, he prefers to speak words which are not going to make him use the tongue. He prefers to speak the words which are going to allow him to only use the mouth. And he will make you understand that if he say ba, he's meaning the pen. If he say bu, he's meaning the book. Because he knows he's not able to move his tongue. And that's not because it cannot be worked on. It's because just the signals, either they are not clear, either they are not timely, or they are not even so, or even the tongue itself is not responding well to them. So some children, it's not because they have got a tongue tie. You find the problem is just that the signals are either weak or the tongue is not responding well to them. So I want to remind you, we are in Mombasa. We are also in Nakuru. For parents in Eldoret, Laikipia, Kisumu, Kericho, you can be able to access our services in Nakuru. For parents in Nairobi, Kiambu, Thika, and the surroundings of Nairobi, we are here in Lavington Valleyfield Court, and we work every day from Monday to Sunday. So don't hesitate to give us a call when you make an appointment, and to help us schedule your appointment, you call a day before. So we've also made this book, Why Your Child Understands But Doesn't Speak, specifically for you parents who can't access our services. But also, there is an application that is on the way coming, and once it comes, I know it is going to help you, most of you parents who are in Europe and are unable to come in Africa. You'll be able to help your children just by following instructions that he'll give you in the app. So you'll be able to download the app from the App Store, from the Play Store, from the Apple Store. And we hope that every child can get a chance to improve, to progress. Because imagine you were born with, like what you were saying about ear gut issues, you've been having stomach pain, but because you can't speak about it, because you don't know how to speak, no one knows what you're going through. In families, when people get sick, they've got malaria, some family members are able to sympathize with them and even tell them, be strong, be strong, be strong. But imagine your child has been having those pains since he was young. Let me tell you, if your child cries sometime, don't take it lightly. There is a pain. Sometimes it's even more than what you would think. So understand that, oh, my child has got pain. So you understand him. He, in that environment where he feels like he's understood, because like in the discussion I was having with these parents that I received in this evening, they told me how, they told me how she cried touching her stomach. But then there is another parent, actually it's a couple I received today. When I was talking to them, they told me that the child, most of the time, he liked to cry and take the hand and put it on his forehead. So for them, they don't understand why is he putting our hand to his forehead. Let me tell you, most children with autism, they are born with also headaches and migraines and and backaches, very serious one. And they are born with spasm, muscle spasm. So if muscle spasm can even make another person to feel that, hey, what about a child? So now, when you are talking, I say, actually, you might find that at that moment, he was feeling a lot of headaches. So now when you are dealing with a family member who have got headaches, yet no one knows in the family that he has got it, and with that headache, he's trying to make some movement and create some distractions to trigger some reward system in his brain so that they can at least release some dopamines to help him. And then we as his family members who think we love him, who knows for sure we love him, we are stopping him. Stop, sit. He feels misunderstood. And when that misunderstanding is the one that creates, of course, it's a misunderstanding. The children there, the parents there, the friends there. Because once children feel another thing which I've seen and it has always surprised me, you find even children who have no eye contact, they feel so emotionally close to their mothers, to their fathers. So one of the parents who is always with him, who is always understanding him, you find he has got eye contact only with that person. But other people, strangers or another person, other family members whom he feels like they really don't care about him, every time he can't make eye contact with them. Not because he's stubborn, but because there is some hormones which get released when he looks at that parent who loves him. So it gives him some dopamine and help him to focus and sustain that eye contact on that particular person. That's why if there's one of the things you can do as a parent to help your child is to love him more. Okay, you love him, but to show him, actually, I love you a lot, actually. So when children are in that supportive environment, at home, even at school, you try to create it, it helps them to even strive. But also, if there is one of the quickest way you can do to really help improve your child is to bring him at Kunga therapy. Not because I'm from Kunga therapy, but because Kunga therapy, I've seen it changing many children's life. And it continues to do so on a daily basis. And someone who is here who have already started Kunga therapy and accessing our services in Lavington or Mombasa or Nakuru, you can be my witness. Every time, it's very rare for me to see you as a parent and I don't ask you, how are you? How is the child? Have you seen some changes? Even if you started yesterday, because I know always there is some improvement. So really, I would encourage some of you who are in Kenya, please don't leave your children to chance. If Kunga therapy can really help improve, it's good to take your child for it. And I know you will not regret. But now for parents who are abroad and are not able to access Kunga therapy services, this book is for you. So this book, I wrote it specifically for parents who are not able to access Kunga therapy services. And I wrote it hoping that it can really help improve their lives. So we have it in the ebook, and also we have it in hard copies. So you can find our services in Lavington, Valleyfield Court, here in Nairobi. We're in Lavington. And also you can be able to access our services in Nakuru. For people in Kisumu, like Laikipia, Eldoret, Kericho, you can find our services at Freedom International School. Also for people in Mombasa, Voi, and the surrounding areas, you can find our services at Nyali Healthcare Limited, where you're going to get the same services as others are getting in Nairobi. Also in Kampala, you can be able to access our services at Polynet Holistic Learning Center. Many of you follow us from Uganda. So if you're in Kampala, you can be able to access our services at Polynet.
It's almost ready.
So I thank you so much. I want to remind you again that we are also on YouTube. We are live on YouTube at the same time. Go there, subscribe, share with your friend, because YouTube contains long form content which are going to help you understand more from what we talk here on TikTok, because here we do it in short form content. Or you can follow me, Gad Kirenga, on YouTube, or also Gad Kirenga on Instagram. Also, you follow this account, Yenunga Therapy Kenya, to get more videos, to understand, to get to know, to understand your child and know what you can do, because we talk a lot about them. So I thank you so much. Thank you. We do live from Monday, Wednesday, Friday evenings. So you're welcome to join and share with your friends.